Hi, I'll try to present you my website now. I hosted it on Amazon. You can check it out if you want. It's isaacvale.com. Here I put on a little loading screen because I noticed that especially the Google Web Fonts could take a bit to load. So while the page is loading, you get to see some eye candy here. I have a nav bar. This is an about me section. This is a portfolio. Basically these were assignments that I had to do on Free Code Camp. So there's 9 of them here, and here is a list of web courses that I took and some contact information. For this class, for this assignment, it was asked of us to have at least 3 pages, if I'm not mistaken. But somewhere along the course, Colin told us that it could be a single page application, and if there was various pages inside one single page, basically. So here it is. Can click here to go to the portfolio and the education section and the contact section. This nice little arrow here will take me back to the top, and so I'm hoping I can convince you that each of this section counts as a page. If I don't, well, you can just click here in one of these works, and it will take you to a code pen that maybe this will count as another page for you. Some of these are really nice, but they were supposed to teach specific skills, so don't expect that they all will be validated, or they all will be responsive, because the point was not to do a complete page. This page, as you can see, function 12, it brings no errors. I took off the logs, so there's no error here, and it is responsive, as you can see. If the screen changes sizes, everything adapts. Come on, adapt. Yeah. And if I go narrow enough, the top navigation bar is substituted by this little bar. They do the same thing. Okay, right. So this is the overview of the page, and now let's try to validate this. Okay, let's go to validation. Let's do W3 validator. Because it's hosted, we can just type in the address and press enter, and as you see, no errors or warnings to show. Yay! So now let's go to the Wave website. This one's a little tougher, and isaacvale.com, and it's loading. It destroys the page it loads, right, to mark where the possible errors are. But as you can see here, there are 0 errors, there are 5 alerts, and there's even 0 contrast errors. The alerts he gives me about possible headings, and he thinks my text's too small, stuff like that. Nothing very troublesome, I suppose. So that's it. It validates. And finally, Colleen asked for some extras. She said that extras could be something like using this or that version of Bootstrap, adding JavaScript of your own making. So I didn't exactly try to do as many of the extras as she asked for, because I didn't know if you'd accept all the extras that I tried to do. So let me try to show what I did do. When I scroll the page, if you look closely, the background moves in a different pace than the rest of the page. There's a parallax that I code myself for the background. Okay. Another thing that's quite interesting is that this content, the online courses and the portfolio, they are not written in the HTML, but they are actually loaded with an AJAX request. So I cannot use this hosted page to show you, so I'll have to show you here. I'll just put on Python simple HTTP server. Okay, so now the page is hosted locally. Localhost 8000. So the page here is hosted locally. Okay, now I'm using Atom to write. So here is the project. Now I have this database, db.json, my makeshift database, and all the courses are entries, the objects in a JSON. So let's say I wanted to add a new course, so specialization, my testing core, my testing specialization. Okay, so I could give it a website, isaacvale.com, institution myself. It's a 20-hour course, so I would say there is test 101, more testing. And here's another thing, if I leave a minus sign here, it means I didn't complete the course yet, which means I'm enrolled but it's not finished. So as you can see, some of the courses I haven't yet finished. So I save this. Okay, and now I can reload the page. And I have my testing specialization myself, test 101. So this is not written into the index. I suppose this should count as an extra. She said JavaScript would count as an extra, so I have quite a lot of JavaScript here. This structural part, this is the function loading the course, this is the function loading the projects. I actually splitted the JavaScript into two files, the JavaScript JS, and inside the style folder there is a style script. This will just fix things to make them pretty on the screen, I guess. That's just it. For example, this function will control this arrow. Oh yeah, about the media queries. Here there are 3 points in which they change according to the screen, because I didn't just use fixed amounts like Bootstrap would. I just followed what the components of the website demanded. And what else is an extra here? I would say that an extra would be the fact that all the CSS styling is actually Sass. So as you can see here, this would be the compiled CSS, and here is the file where I work on. You see there's nesting, and there is variables and mixins and all the goodies that comes with using Sass. So it's all here, and there were plenty of tricks actually that came with Sass. Hope this would count as an extra. And if you wanna if this was not enough for you, I can always try to convince you to count as extras all the other things that this site linked to. For example, a nice game of tic-tac-toe, or rental code machine, new code, change author, new code, stuff like that. Everything is JavaScript. As you can see here, I did both courses from the University of Michigan and some free code camp. It's basically never-ending JavaScript. And that's it. These are my extras. I hope I convinced you.